So have you heard about this thing called Nano Banana? It's this new AI tool that's been getting a ton of buzz. And the claim is pretty wild, that it's one of the easiest ways to start a side hustle, like right now. But is it the real deal? Let's dig in and find out.
I mean, this is the big question, right? Can an AI tool really make it that easy to make money online? Well, the method we're breaking down today says absolutely. And it all kicks off with creating some simple images. And get this, according to the source, we're not talking about some super complicated scheme. No, this is supposedly one of the quickest ways to do it, just because the whole setup is so simple and easy to get. That's a huge claim, so let's check out the tech that's making it all possible. All right, so the key to this whole thing, it all comes down to a brand new tool called Nano Banana.
So what is it? Well, basically, Nano Banana is an image generator that's baked right into Google's Gemini. And the source we're looking at says it's one of the best they've seen. You know, in the world of AI where things change every single day, that's some seriously high praise.
But here's the real kicker, the part that makes it so accessible. You can try it out for free. And it's not like you're waiting around. It spits out these really high-quality images almost instantly. That combo, fast and free, that's the magic ingredient for this whole side hustle idea.
Okay, so having a cool tool is great and all. But how do you actually turn that into a product? You know, something you can actually sell. Turns out it boils down to a process that's, well, it's surprisingly simple. Just 4 steps. So here's the game plan, the whole workflow from start to finish. First, you prompt the AI. Second, you pop everything into Canva to assemble it. Third, you export it as a PDF. And last, you write up the listing to sell it. Let's break each of those down. Now, this is maybe the most important part. You do not need to be some kind of prompt engineer for this. I mean, look at how simple this is. This is the exact prompt that was used, and the AI just went to work. It started spitting out a whole kid's storybook, pictures, text, the whole shebang.
So once Nano Banana has done its thing and created the pages, all you gotta do is download the images. Then you just hop over to Canva, which is free by the way, grab a basic square template, and just drag and drop everything into place. Page 1, page 2, page 3, and boom. In just a few minutes, you've got a whole book put together.
Of course, having a book is useless if nobody can find it, right? And this is where we bring in another AI to help out. You can just ask ChatGPT to whip up a title and description that's optimized for search engines. It knows all the right keywords to use so that people browsing on places like Etsy can actually find your stuff.
All right, so the book is made. Now for the fun part, the important part. How do we turn this thing into actual money? Where do we sell it? The 2 big players recommended here are Etsy and Amazon. Now, Etsy is probably the best place to start if you're a beginner. It's just a little easier to get going. And maybe the best part of all of these are digital PDF downloads. Think about that. No inventory, no printing costs, and 0 shipping. Ever. Okay, now, here is a really, really good tip from the source. Storybooks? Yeah, they're a great place to start. But it looks like the real money is in coloring books. The source is super clear on this. Digital coloring books, which you can make with pretty much the same simple process, apparently sell so much better on Etsy.
So look, this all sounds great on paper, right? But is anyone actually doing this? Are people really making money? Let's take a look at the proof. Because it seems like some people are building their own little digital book empires right now.
And here we go. This is the data that backs it all up. These are from real listings on Etsy. Okay, so a digital storybook with over 700 reviews? That's awesome. That's a huge success. But then, you see a digital coloring book with more than 4,000 reviews. Wow! Let's just let that sink in for a second. 4,000 plus reviews. And you know how it works. Only a tiny fraction of people who buy something actually leave a review. So the real number of sales for that one digital product? It's way, way higher. That is a crazy amount of volume for a single PDF file.
And that's the whole logic right there. This isn't just a guess. The reviews are right there for everyone to see. It's public proof. Like the source says, the reviews prove there are sales, and the sales prove that people are making actual money doing this.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that these new, super fast AI tools like Nano Banana are just tearing down the walls. They're removing all the old barriers to creating and selling stuff online. It's literally possible now to build your own little publishing empire from nothing but a laptop.
And you know, that really leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it?
When AI makes it this easy to create entire books, art, you name it, in just a few minutes, are we getting a glimpse into the future of creative work? Is this how all content is going to be made and sold from now on? Definitely something to chew on.